I want to share today's comic book crowdfunding tip of the day. And this is a tip that more creators should be employing. And if you're not already employing, this could mean the difference between people backing or not backing your campaign. And that is to let others sing your praises. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that while it is super important that you are passionate about your project, that you believe in your project, that you love your project, and that you are willing to go out there and tell the world how great your project is, you can tell the world that your comic is amazing, but it really is 10 times more powerful when someone else is saying that what you've created is amazing. Testimonials, endorsements, reviews, social proof are a secret sauce to turning your Kickstarter page into a decent page, to a page that is high converting. Because when you can provide evidence that there are other people that are behind you, that like what you're creating, that give it, two thumbs up, when you do that, you are really going to make it easier for backers to have the confidence to come and back you and back your project. There's a lot of reason for this. First among them is that people are naturally skeptical. Consumers are super skeptical. Consumers are evolved. Consumers are weary that they're just being sold a bundle of goods. But consumers also are willing to trust the words and the endorsements of people who are like them. It's why sites like Rotten Tomatoes are so popular, right? People want to watch and people want to support and people want to go to movies that other people have said that, oh, these are actually pretty good. They want that confidence that they're going to be spending their hard-earned money on something that is worth spending the time and money on. Most people, they look at things like Amazon reviews or Rotten Tomato reviews or comic book reviews, that these kinds of things do make a difference. Part of the reason that it makes a difference is it reduces the perception of risk. There are some creators that are really great at showing pictures of happy backers that they've delivered their books to in the past. And what that does is it just says, oh, hey, here's somebody that I can trust with my money in advance because they've proven that they deliver on their rewards. And if you can see pictures of happy people with their books, or if you can see reviews from creators who are in some ways lending their own reputation and putting that on the line when they say nice things about someone's comic through the form of endorsements, or think about review sites, their reputation is on the line. They wouldn't want to recommend books that aren't going to be really good products, right? And so when you can share that, it really reduces the risk for people. And then what they also do is when it feels like there's a movement behind your product, when it feels like there's a lot of people that are standing up and are vouching for the thing that you're creating, that amplifies the FOMO. It amplifies the fear of missing out on something really, really good. And if you can create the experience for the backer where they're like, oh, wow, no, it's not like the backer is in a position where, oh, well, I'm going to donate to this cause. No, it's actually, crap, if I don't get in on this Kickstarter campaign, like all of these other people that I see that are excited about this product launch, I'm going to really feel like I'm missing out on something. And so these are reasons why this is so powerful. Just some examples of creators that are ways that you can use this. Obviously, to go meta, I am using and leaning heavily into the marketing of my project here. I'm leaning on social proof. I'm leaning on endorsements from other creators. This is a book that was made with comic book creators in mind, creators that I've been working with side of the Comics Launch program, people that I've been talking to on my podcast for a decade now. This is the audience that I've really been leaning in and serving. And so it was really a powerful piece of the launch for this for me to lean in and go out there and ask these creators for some endorsements and to just share how some of the things that I've shared with them over the years that I've packed into this new planner have helped them, so that the focus is not on me just saying, hey, this is really, really good stuff. It's, oh, here's real creators that have had lots of success on the Kickstarter platform already, saying that this has been a part of that success. And so that's very powerful. Another example of a creator that's really great at activating social proof for each and every one of his campaigns is Rob Multari. Rob will often leans into his wolf pack. He encourages all of his backers to take pics and share pics of their rewards when they get their Kickstarters from him, and to share them on social media. And then Rob also has a nice system where he's going and he's actively collecting all of these images and keeping all of this social proof. Anytime someone says something nice about his series Nightwolf, he's capturing that and he's displaying that and sharing that on his Kickstarter pages and in his marketing during his launches. Just like a wall of images of happy people with books that you delivered does so much for you, proving that you are a creator who can deliver on your promises. Here's an image from a Kickstarter page that I'm working on, and I'm using my new planner to help plan this next Comics Tribe launch, but for a book called Groligar and Shanks by Joe Mulvey and John Lees. But the team has reached out to a lot of the creator peer friends that we know in order to get some really great pull quotes. And so we're leaning into that and we're including those on the Kickstarter page. And so, other past projects, we've really tried to get and blend that in so that it's clear that these are products that other people other than us are vouching for and saying, hey, this is worth your time. So these are some things that you definitely want to lean into and do. And the comics launch planner that I've created has some tools in it that will hopefully help remind you and help you collect and display and utilize that social proof, those endorsements of others in your Kickstarter campaign. So there's a media checklist that'll help you go out and get this stuff. There's a PR and media outreach that includes things like getting reviews, getting interviews, even doing guest posts so that you're featured in other places that have an audience and a following. And then there's also the page design checklist, which is the same checklist that I've used to just make sure that I'm baking all of this stuff in to each and every Kickstarter page that I'm building out for these projects, adding these trust elements, these endorsement elements that other people are vouching for what it is that I'm doing. And so just as a few tips to get and gather social proof, you want to take any and all social proof that you can get your hands on. That could be from readers. That could be from fans. If you know creators that are your peers, reach out to them. If you want to take a flyer and be brave and reach out to a few creators that maybe inspired your work, just take a flyer and ask if they might consider providing a pull quote. I know some creators that have done that and been shocked at the big names that they're able to get that vouch for their book, and then they can use that in all their marketing. Reaching out to press or to podcasts in order to try to get those endorsements or reviews, and then having a process in place such that you are, after your first successful campaign or any campaign, or even if it's just like a debut at a comic book convention, make sure that you're taking pictures of people that are coming by your table or interested in your book or buying your book. Ask to take a picture of them with the book. It provides a lot of social proof that you might not otherwise have. And these are kind of things where once you have that social proof, you can use it all over the place. You can use it in your social media posts. You can use it in ads. You can use it in, here's what the critics are saying, or here's some advanced praise for your Kickstarter page. You can bake it into your Kickstarter videos or your trailers, and then use it liberally in your emails. Don't take it from me. Here's what other creators are saying, that sort of thing. And again, the comics launch planner is designed to help you take that and get the most out of it. So P.T. Barnum said, nothing draws a crowd like a crowd. And so this is especially true for crowdfunding. The more funding that you get, the more backers that you get, the more proof that you have that other people are vouching for that project, the easier it is to get more and more people to come and support it. Inviting others to speak for your work and amplifying that speech during your launch is one of the best things that you can do to get better at this whole crowdfunding thing. So make sure that you're baking that into each and every launch.
Prepare to launch in 3, 2, 1.